Hi, and welcome to the video 4 of HPC 5753 Marriage and Family Therapy. In this video, we're just going to do a very quick overview of WestlawNext. Probably one of the just the primary database you can use for looking up legal references and legal questions and doing some legal research. So we'll go ahead and get started very quickly. I'm going to take you to the library homepage again, and we're going to go to the databases and e-research under Find Information, and to Law in the center column under Subject. From there, we are going to go to our best bet, WestlawNext, which is at the very top. Another good database to use as well, which we may get to later, is LexisNexis Academic. But we're going to start, and today we're going to just deal with WestlawNext. Here's WestlawNext, which was upgraded just less than a year ago, I believe. In any case, there's a number of ways to search this and a number of places to search. You could do a search in the main WestlawNext box, just like you would do in Google, and you could put in for example, a federal regulation if you knew the citation. CFR it's called, or if you had a case number as it appears in your citation, or you have a topic. You could just do it right here, just like you would do in Google. But let's look at some ways of searching other things. For example, under all content, we can go to secondary sources to look up a topic in an encyclopedia type of item called American Jurisprudence. I am going to, and later, look at law reviews, but let's look at American Jurisprudence, which can be useful for looking up various topics. When I click on that, it breaks down to the various volumes that would, if this was a paper encyclopedia, you would be going to these volumes to look up what you were going to find on various topics, from adoption to everything, civil service to zoning to whatever your topic is. In this case, let's say, for example, I'm looking for adoption, international adoption. That's what my topic is. I am a counselor giving therapy to people doing they have done international adoption, and I'm just looking for more information on that. You'll notice as I go through here, there is a volume for adoption, or there's a whole section. I'm going to click on that. As you can see, I could go through and read about adoption and various legal aspects of it, or I could search within this. Where I have adoption as the tab, I can go ahead and search international or intercountry. Let me do that. I'm going to use intercountry because I just happen to know that that is a term used in a legal sense. All right, and we have now intercountry adoption, general information, and so on, and it goes on and on. Takes us right to it. If I click on that, I will now get to that information. So that's pretty useful if you want to get an overview of from an encyclopedic type source, American Jurisprudence. We could also search for statutes, laws, court rulings, and so on. Let's do that. So we can go to Statutes and Court Rules. And here we can go into specific states if we wish, or we could look at federal rules, the U.S. Code, which is the laws of the land, and so on. We could go ahead and click here and say we want to look at, say, North Carolina if we wanted to, or just the U.S. Code. Let's just start with just the U.S. Code, though. And that's reflected up here, USCA, U.S. Code, annotated. And I'm going to put in adoption and intercountry. And I'm going to do that search now. This takes us to various, these are all federal. You notice that, let's see, when I open up state, what that takes me to. Oh, okay, it shows some state laws that have, I guess, affected federal law. 34 federal. We could just limit to just the federal laws, federal statutes. And there's other ways we can narrow this down. As you can see to the left, we can also narrow down by time periods. Looks like all 34 within the last 3 months have been updated or whatnot. And here's the various results that we received from this. So there's a number of ways to search WestlawNext. And it's something you just need to work with, practice using, and so on. I did note that you can look up state statutes. Let's go ahead and go back into the statutes again. I can go to North Carolina, and now I'm only searching under North Carolina statutes and court rulings. Let's go ahead and look up adoption here. In this case, I only looked for adoption in general, and I found quite a number here, pretty large number, but I can also, as you can see, search within the results. So let me go ahead and put in intercountry. And I found one item. I can click on it and just take a look at that. And it's in the North Carolina General Statutes. Adoptee subject to the Hague Adoption Convention. There's a thing here, and there is the citation. And this is what a citation for that North Carolina General Statutes looks like. Okay, so that is a very brief overview of WestlawNext, but it's can be really useful. You can go through it. Oh, I just want to show you one last thing. Sometimes in your research you may come across a legal document, or I'm sorry, a law review, and you want to look for that. Under secondary sources, you can go to law reviews and journals. You could go to, if you know it's from a specific state, you can go to that specific state. If you know the topic, general topic, you can break it down that way. Or you can go ahead and do a search in here. And in this case, I am going to do adoption and intercountry. Now we're only looking at law reviews and journals. Law review journals, that is. Still many of those. We may want to break that down further, but here, this very first one, the Hague Adoption Convention and its impact on all adoptions. Looks like it could be a good article. Often you may want to be looking for, something more specific, and you can search even further down. You can also look for, as I said before, specific states, or in this case, maybe within the last 3 years and the last 12 months. There's ways of narrowing this down further. All right, that concludes our kind of overview search of WestlawNext. And if you need any additional help with your law resources, my name is Alan Sherlin. I'm at Belk Library. You can contact me through email and I'd be happy to help you. Thank you.